I've made over $1 million in revenue selling embroidered hats across 2 apparel brands in completely different niches, and it's not just me. In this episode, I'm sharing a story to prove that this was a result of strategy, not luck, and breaking down the proven step-by-step strategy that you can use as a blueprint to make more sales and grow your brand. My name is Adrian Von Arx, here with my co-host Carlos Colon. Welcome to the Print on Demand podcast, a show dedicated to helping you make money online with Shopify and print on demand. What's up? Thank you for tuning in and welcome back to the show. In this episode, I'm sharing a personal case study on how I made over $1 million in revenue from selling embroidered hats and breaking down the step-by-step strategy. There's no gatekeeping here, so let's just go. First, I'm gonna break this down into 2 parts, all right? So part 1 is a story to prove that this was not luck and why you should strongly consider selling this highly underrated product in your shop, whether you're targeting men, women, or both. And secondly, the strategy that we use to make over $1 million in revenue just from hats. All right. Now, side note, I'm going to be mentioning products that we use and recommend throughout this episode, and we're going to link each of those products in the show notes along with any promos, discounts, and special offers. So you don't need to write them down. Just check out the show notes. You'll see them there. All right, let's go. We're going from 0 to 100 real quick. All right, part 1, a story to prove that this was not luck. So a lot of people don't know this, but I actually started Print on Demand with 2 friends. One of them actually recommended it to me, and that was the first time I'd actually ever heard of Print on Demand. And all 3 of us, we created our own Shopify brands in completely different niches. But we all decided to sell hats. And that's because our coach, who was a 7-figure print-on-demand seller, actually told us that embroidered hats were their best seller. So all 3 of our brands ended up reaching 6 figures in revenue within our first 8 months. Carlos, can you guess what the best-selling product was across all 3 brands?
Shirts.
Embroidered hats. Yes, it was embroidered hats. Obviously, Carlos knew that already. I was just joking around. But to prove this wasn't luck, I actually created a second Shopify brand in a completely different niche, the dog niche, and added hats right out of the gate. That was our core product. We did offer t-shirts and apparel, some other styles as well, but our core product was hats, all right? They immediately became my best-selling product, and they remained the best-selling product throughout every season, winter included, until I sold that business 2 years later. In fact, that dog brand was the one that generated $277,000 in sales in 60 days from a purely text-based hat design, all right? So To summarize, between our coach's brand, my 2 friends' brands, and the 2 brands that I created, 5 brands in completely different niches, the same best-selling product, embroidered hats. Clearly, this was not luck or coincidence, right? That all 5 in completely different niches had the same best-selling product. It was strategy. We knew that hats were selling really well for one brand, so we tried it out for ourselves, and across 5 different brands, it was the #1 best-selling product. Embroidered hats, in my opinion, are one of the most underrated print-on-demand products, and by far our best-selling print-on-demand product of all time. So if that's not enough to convince you to add hats to your shop, I don't know what will be. But you know what? I'm just gonna keep rolling because that leads me into part 2, the strategy. So let's just dive right into the strategy that we use to make over $1 million in revenue from embroidered hats. Now, I'm gonna use my brand in the dog niche as an example for this strategy as I go through, all right? So I'm gonna break this down into 8 steps. So let's just start with step 1. Step 1, we chose a profitable niche, the dog niche, and only created products and content for dog lovers. Funny t-shirts and apparel for female dog lovers. That was our brand in a nutshell. So many people overcomplicate their niche. If you cannot summarize your niche in a couple words just like that, then it's probably too complicated. And if people don't understand who your niche is for and why it exists, guess what? It's gonna be a lot harder to get people passionate about it and to eventually become customers and brand loyalists who buy again and again. Step 2, We conducted research to identify best-selling content and designs that we could use as inspiration for our own. So we used competitor websites, social media, and marketplaces like Etsy and Amazon for research. We made a list of successful competitors, emphasis on the successful, all right, in the dog niche, and even successful brands that weren't in the dog niche, but had viral style content and designs that we could use as inspiration to create our own original designs for our brand. Now, the number one tool that I use for design research is Everbee because it allows you to quickly find winning products and see what's trending with real sales data. But I don't even think it existed when I first started up that brand. So that's what we use now, all right? Carlos, anything you want to add to that?
No, I mean, I like how you specified the exact niche. The simplicity in the niche is so important. Second thing, yes, in terms of the hat sales, it still is our best selling product. And that's been for years. That's a long time. So there's like some solid evidence there. And then for step number 2, connecting the research. Yes, we love the research. We've done the research forever. And if you need some inspiration for how to do research, if you want to know the step-by-step, go to our podcast episode on the 3R system. Go to the podcast episode on the 3R system.
Yes, the 3R system is, so to explain that, that's one of our proprietary frameworks that we use for every aspect of the business, for niche, for design, for research, for designs, for website, for marketing. Everything we use a 3R system. It is one of the core foundations of everything we do and everything we teach. So definitely go check that out and learn more about it. It's actually a really simple framework. The 3 R's just stand for research, reverse engineer, recreate. But we talk about it in more detail on that episode. So definitely check that out. All right, Let's keep it rolling. Step number 3. So we created funny and relatable designs for dog lovers inspired by bestsellers that we found through design and content research. So that was our focus, funny and relatable designs. We call this the low-hanging fruit of sales because those across the board, regardless of niche, in almost every niche, seem to be the designs that sell the best. Other designs can sell well, but these have always been the ones that have sold best for us and for a lot of other successful sellers we know and coach. Breaking news. Starting November 1st, Kittl is making many of its most popular AI models completely free for everyone for a limited time. No pro plan or payment required. Yes, you heard that correctly. Here's how it works. Kittl is opening access to 10 million AI generations across the platform using the world's hottest AI models. That means anyone, new or existing users, can use AI directly in the canvas, try the new Smartboard features where multiple artboards can be connected with AI, and explore new AI models like Nano Banana and Seedream for different styles and outputs. Some of my personal favorite ways to use Kittl AI are for design creation, mockup generation, and image editing. But this is a limited time promo, and once the 10 million generation pool runs out, they'll return to charging tokens. So now's the time to test, create, and see what's possible with Kittl's new AI. If you're not yet using Kittl, you can try it for free by clicking the link in the show notes, or get 25% off a paid plan with code AdrianPOD. So, all of our best-selling hat designs, they were super simple. I want to make that really clear, simple sells. And our best sellers were mostly purely text-based, all right? So I just want to kind of double down. I want to hang out here for a sec because simple sells not just for us. There is so much data to back this up. And all of the best-selling hat designs across all 5 brands that I've mentioned on this episode were super simple and many purely text-based. For this particular brand, we use Canva to create our designs. This was before Kittl existed, but now we use and prefer Kittl for design creation since it's really easy to use. They have tons of trendy pre-made design templates to work from and really good built-in AI for quick design creation, mock-up generation, and image editing, all right? Both Canva and Kittl are great beginner-friendly tools. We just prefer Kittl for those reasons mentioned. I recommend trying out both, seeing which one you like better, all right? So let's jump into step number 4. Step number 4, we created a simple Shopify website to sell our products and to market our brand to dog lovers. That's it. That's all we cared about. We say it all the time, attract the best, repel the rest. All we cared about was creating products that dog lovers would love. So Shopify This is an owned platform, meaning we owned our customer data and never had to worry about having that taken away from us, which a lot of the rented platforms, I'm going to call them rented platforms, like an Etsy, like an Amazon on merch, people have that data taken away from them all the time when they have their accounts terminated, right? It's like they just flip a switch and you're out of business. So we've never built our print-on-demand businesses on a rented platform like Etsy or Amazon, and we just personally never would. These businesses were my full-time job. They were my primary source of income, allowing me to be a self-employed entrepreneur, and I couldn't risk losing it all overnight. So businesses built on rented platforms like an Etsy or an Amazon are just far more risky. They're far more competitive, and you're forced to sell at really low prices most of the time just because it's really hard to sell at premium prices on these platforms, and they're far less valuable if you want to sell them in the future. Carlos, anything you want to add?
Yeah, no, I love that advice. Yeah, we still use them. Like we still use Etsy as a secondary channel, but yeah, you're right. We've never based the whole business on that as the foundation. That's not the foundation. We use Shopify, and it's very simple, drag and drop. We try to stay away from custom coding or anything like that would actually make it complicated. And so it is really simple because we use all the features to make it simple.
Yep.
But yeah,
exactly. Let's keep it rolling. Step 5. So we use print on demand to outsource the printing, packing, and shipping of all of our orders so that we could quickly and easily scale up winning designs and focus on sales generating activity. Guys, this needs to be where your focus goes, right? Where focus goes, energy flows. The focus needs to be on sales generating activity. So when it comes to print-on-demand companies, I'm not going to spend too much time on this because we have an entire episode dedicated to this, but I personally think Printful is the best company for embroidered products. That's who we use for hats and who we recommend. Now, since they've merged with Printify, they're now a production partner for many of Printify's embroidered products. So I recommend using them either on Printful if you're already using Printful or considering using it, or if you're using Printify, look for them as a production partner because they are the GOAT of embroidered products, in my opinion. And by GOAT, I mean greatest of all time. When it comes to embroidered products, our returns are extremely low, and we have a lot of happy customers, and we've seen a lot of these products, and they just look incredible. I do, of course, encourage you to do your own research when selecting a POD company. See who's right for you. These are just our preferred companies. Carlos, anything you want to add?
no, let's move forward.
Let's keep it rolling. Step number 6. Man, we're burning through these. All right. Step number 6. We created attractive, high-quality mock-ups and used customer photos on our website and social media to enhance our brand, website, and product aesthetic. So let me break this down a little bit. I want to make this very, very clear. Most print-on-demand mock-ups are not good, and they do not convert well, all right? I'm just going to say it as it is. We keep it real here, all right? There's no gatekeeping.
Yeah.
We're just going to say it as it is. They're horrible. A lot of them are really, really bad. And that's why a lot of the most successful brands, you will not see them using these print-on-demand mock-ups, right? And even though the design is the most important thing for making sales, mock-ups are a very important detail, and they can improve the likelihood that someone will actually make a purchase. That could be the difference maker between them deciding to buy it or them not buying it, right? So you want them to be high quality. You want them to be professional looking. And then, of course, if you do have good customer photos of your products, man, this is like, what do you call this? Like the secret weapon to really amplifying your sales. Like our best ads of all time have literally come from customer photos, and we would reach out to them. We would thank them for tagging us on social media. We would say that we love this photo, and we asked them if we could use it in our marketing and branding on our website.
Exactly.
And almost every time they were like complimented by it. They were like, oh my God, yes, that's so cool. I would love that, right? The only time I can ever think someone said no, it was because they were actually like a public figure, and they were on a contract, and they were like, oh, as a public figure, like they were a notable public figure, kind of like an influencer or a content creator, and they were like, I'm contractually obligated to not allow my photos to be used for ads and stuff. So we were like, okay, that's cool. We respect that.
Yeah.
But that's the only one I can ever remember saying no. Now, when it comes to the other photos, actual like, high quality professional photos that you're finding online, generally my favorite mockup sites are Placeit, Etsy, and AI mockups generated from Kittl. There are other places that you can go get mockups. There are other good places you can go get mockups. These are our personal favorites. I just lastly want to say that you can also create mockups yourself. It's actually super easy. I've actually had winning ads that were photos that I just took of my wife in our clothes. And I just tried to mimic other creatives, like other mock-ups that I had seen online that were performing really well. I would just show her that and be like, this is what we're going for. Throw this on and let's take this photo. And some of the time, not always, but sometimes those performed really, really well. Another time in this dog brand, we literally ordered a hat. I put it on a grass field and I just snapped a photo from my cell phone, and that ended up being a winning ad for us. Obviously, it was a winning design, all right? The design is number one. The design is king. But I was able to create new ads, like new mock-ups, new images, whatever you want to call it, just by snapping photos with my phone. So, Carlos, before I move on, anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, UGC is king. Like if user-generated content. So this is content that people have actually taken a photo of them with your product. That is the best because it looks so natural. It works really well for ads too.
All right. Let's keep it rolling here. So step 7. Now, to get traffic to our website, we've kind of already touched on this, but I just want to give this step by step, all right? So to get traffic to our website, we used Facebook and Instagram, Meta, as our primary platform to attract dog lovers and to convert followers into customers. Now, because Instagram and Facebook are both owned by Meta, this is really nice for us. We get a 2-for-1. We get to post to Instagram and it'll automatically post to Facebook as well. All right. So what we did is we posted content consistently on Instagram to attract our target audience and to use it to test new designs. Then we used paid meta ads to test new designs, to amplify our reach, and to amplify our sales of winning designs. And this, again, led to huge income spikes in the business because it was a perfect marriage, right? A design for dog lovers that had mass appeal with dog lovers put in front of a bunch of dog lovers. These are 2 ingredients for like the perfect recipe for making a lot of sales, right? And that's what would happen when and only when we had a winning design. Expect that most of your designs are not going to be what we call A-grade winners, right? Like the level 1 winners. They're not going to be the big winners. But when you do have one, man, you can scale fast, you can scale hard, and you can make a lot of sales and hopefully a lot of profit. That should always be the goal by doing so. Carlos, you do a lot of paid ads, you do a lot of paid marketing. I want to hear your thoughts.
Yeah. No, I like how you went through kind of the steps that we took for the traffic. And I think it's important to note that we kind of had a hybrid system. So we got traffic organically through Facebook and Instagram by the posting, like Adrian mentioned. We posted and we got traffic that way. And for Adrian, for the dog brand, which that wasn't with me, that was with my other brother, they did the exact same thing. They posted organic content. Then they ran ads. We rerun ads to test things. And then if that test proves profitable, then we start scaling it up. So we start increasing the budget. And that's how we amplify the sales very quickly for a winning product.
Yeah, exactly. So our primary platform to drive traffic to our products was Facebook and Instagram. They're Meta.
Yep.
Meta is the one company that owns Facebook and Instagram. And you can post to both organically. You can just post to Instagram. It goes to both organically. And you can run ads to both, all from one place. So that was our primary platform, was social media, specifically Instagram was our primary platform. Now our secondary platform, this leads me to step 8. So our secondary platform was email marketing. This was the platform that we brought everyone over to. Once we drove traffic to social media, our goal was to get their email addresses so that we could continue marketing to them and to convert them into either first-time or repeat customers. So step 8 is we used simple email marketing to convert subscribers into customers and turn them into repeat buyers. Now, this was critical to our success, as a lot of our first-time sales and repeat sales were made through email marketing. Not only did this increase our sales, but it also increased our profit significantly, since email marketing is a much more affordable and profitable sales channel than paid ads. The email marketing platform that we use and recommend is Klaviyo, because they have a template library which makes it quick and easy to set up one and done automated emails that work for you 24/7. A lot of times when people say, make money in your sleep, it's having these automated systems like automated emails working for you 24/7 to convert prospects or visitors into paying customers, right? That's what people mean, and that's what happened for us. So we love Klaviyo because they make it really easy to set up these automations. They're already pre-done for you. You can make changes to them if you want, but really you just have to toggle them on, like throw your logo on there. You pretty much don't have to do many changes at all, although you could if you want. It's an option. And then they also make it really easy to make one-off campaign emails like a new arrivals email, because they have an entire template library for campaigns. So that's why we use them. Again, I want to encourage you to do your own research when it comes to email marketing platforms. This is who we believe in. This is who we use, love, and recommend, but use whoever you want. Just make sure that they do what you want and that you're really happy with them. Carlos, your thoughts?
I love that you put the automated emails in here, and the campaign emails is separate, because there's two different types of emails for email marketing. There's the automated emails, which are the emails where someone buys a product and you send them an email right off the bat to welcome them to company, give them a little introduction about your brand, and then maybe give them something else, like maybe a discount for a future purchase. And then there's the other emails where it's like a campaign's happening. Maybe it's a Halloween sale, or maybe it's a Christmas sale, or maybe it's a new arrivals. You're sending a new arrivals email or something like that. But yeah, there's two different types of email marketing, and the easiest to get set up on first, and most people get set up on first, is the automated emails, because you do it like once and then you just leave it, and then just every time you get a new customer or you get someone that adds their email to your email list, then the automated emails just trigger automatically, and they happen in the background, like Adrian was saying.
I think the most popular example of email automation is the abandoned cart sequence. So this is just if someone adds an item to their cart and they do not complete their purchase, then that triggers your system, your email marketing system, your automation, to shoot them an email and say, hey, we noticed that you left an item in your cart, like complete your purchase now. Or you can give them an incentive, like here's 10% off to complete your purchase, or here's free shipping to complete your purchase, right? And these tend to convert really, really well.
And this is all really easy too. Klaviyo has these built-in templates already. You basically just change out your logo for these automated emails. At least you're basically just changing out your logo. You're changing maybe a few details that you need, maybe the discount code or maybe how much of a discount you're giving for certain emails. But yeah, it's really simple. They basically walk you through the setup of setting up your email marketing, and then you basically just use their templates for all these automated emails. And you can even use their templates for email campaigns too. The idea behind it is that your ads originally, they bring in the people and they make the sales, and then your emails amplify those sales, because they get the repeat sales. They get the sales after those sales without having to run more ads for those same people.
Yeah, that really well said. I want to recap the 8 steps, all right? And then if you do want to learn more, just keep listening to this episode. You listen to it again. I would recommend maybe taking some notes and just following this strategy and trying it out yourself. All right, so here we go. Here's the recap of the strategy. Step 1, we chose a profitable niche, the dog niche, and only created products and content for dog lovers. Step 2, we conducted design research to identify best-selling designs that we could use as inspiration for our own. Step 3, we created funny and relatable designs for dog lovers inspired by bestsellers that we found through design and content research. Step 4, we created a simple Shopify website to sell our products and market our brand to dog lovers. Step 5, we use print on demand to outsource printing, packing, and shipping of all of our orders so that we could quickly and easily scale up winning designs without having to worry about running out of inventory and focus on sales generating activity. Step 6, we created attractive, high quality mockups and used customer photos as well on our website and social media to enhance the brand, website, and product aesthetic. Step 7, to get traffic to our website, we used Facebook and Instagram as our primary platform to attract dog lovers and to convert those followers into customers. And step 8, we use simple email marketing to convert subscribers into customers and turn them into repeat buyers. Holy cow. I almost passed out saying that. No, I'm joking, but seriously, I was losing my breath. So we use this proven rinse and repeat strategy over and over again. And this is the same strategy that we teach and that's working for our students today. Carlos, I need to take a breather. Anything you want to add?
Yeah. This is a really good list. It's nice and detailed. I like how you didn't do like just 2-word answers for every single step, because it is more than just 2 words for every step. Right. Let's be realistic. But I wanted to ask anybody listening to this or watching this on YouTube, if there's any specific step here that you're having challenges with, or that you want more content on, you want to learn more about, then put it in the comments. Tell us in the comments. Tell us in the comments if you're having a challenge with it, or if it's something that you want to learn more about, and we'll try and make it happen.
Totally. I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Carlos. I appreciate that. And I hope people do drop some suggestions in there. Like, this podcast is for you guys. Everything we talk about is for you guys. So we want to talk about what you want to hear about. So yeah,
exactly.
Your suggestions are welcome. All right. If you did enjoy this strategy episode, I do recommend checking out our free 60-minute on-demand training called How to Make Your First $10,000 with Shopify and Print on Demand, which we're going to link in the show notes below. On there, we reveal the strategy that we used to generate multiple millions in sales across 2 apparel brands, which I talked about today, with Shopify and Print on Demand. Also, if you are ready to take action to start or grow your brand and you're looking for coaching, community, and accountability, there is an opportunity at the end of that class to join our training and coaching program called T-Shirt Legends Academy. So if you're looking for direct personalized coaching from Carlos and I to expedite the growth process, you can learn more on that class and decide if TLA is a good fit for you. You can register for that on-demand training totally free by clicking the link below in the show notes or by going to ecomlegendsacademy.com/grow. With that, we're going to sign off. This was so much fun. I need to go take some deep breaths. Thank you so much, guys, for listening. We love you guys. Remember to start before you're ready, take imperfect action, and know that you're always one design away.
Hey, if you're loving the Brown Man podcast and want more, please help us out by rating this on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you're listening from. It only takes a minute, and this is one of the best ways to support the show and let us know that you're enjoying these weekly episodes. Thank you in advance, and we'll talk soon.